Hey guys, this is a short video about getting a debit card transported from the United States to the Philippines. Uh, I'm not by any means an expert because I've only been over here going on 3 years, and in fact, I'm up for an exit block. But this is about getting your debit card from the United States when you're out of the country. Now, there are a couple ways to do this, and many of you guys that are professionals or old timers, y'all know this. But for the new folks, I thought I'd just put this out here and share my experience. Hopefully, somebody might learn from it. Anyway, a debit card of mine, one of the banks that I deal with, came up for renewal here in September. It's a U.S. based bank. Actually, I guess I can mention the bank. It's Wells Fargo. I don't see any issue mentioning the bank. But what was supposed to happen didn't happen, usually as things go. Uh, I was told by my bank several times that we will automatically send out your card to your address. And of course, I had already changed my address to my brother there in the States and made him aware to receive it. Uh, Long and short here, to get down to it, about 2 weeks before my card was due to expire, I still hadn't gotten a card at my brother's. He had still not notified me. So I called and they said, okay, do, we'll report your card as damaged. And that way we can immediately ship you out another one. I said, hey, okay, whatever we need to do, because here I am over here in the Philippines, and this is such an important issue, and I'll try not to digress, but finances and managing your finances when you're out of the country and being prepared is of paramount importance to any of us, guys, because bottom line is there ain't nobody going to save us. It might be that some fellow expats in the community would come together and help, but that's the drain on others that if we prepare in advance for it, we don't need to put that on others in the community. Anyway, let me get back to the story. So we get the card sent to my brothers. Now my brother has never shipped anything international. He's in America. He's got kids. He got his own issues, being a grandpa, being daddy, because of reasons I won't get into, and I won't even mention my brother's name. But here's the issue with that. When he finally got my card, and he got ready to send it, the fellow didn't even put an address or a phone number for the card to come. Because we had sent him some money, Western Union, to mail the card, he just put the name on the Western or the Wells Fargo pickup receipt here of FedEx to be the name on the Western Union receipt. However, Western Union is not like FedEx. They need more than a name in order to deliver a package even to one of their pickup stations here in the Philippines. So I got this email after my brother had sent out my card. Your package was refused delivery in Dipolog City. Well, I had to get on the phone, try to find out from a FedEx representative who I could contact here in the Philippines. And there are at least several thousand islands here in the Philippines. Now, truly, a lot of them aren't inhabited, but there's enough here that God knows that card could have went anywhere. But it ended up in Osama City. For those of you that don't know where that's at, from where I'm at here in Zamboanga del Norte, that's a good 8 hours on a bus, a long way away. But the car got here, so we had to go meet the driver in order to pick it up. So my girlfriend was going to Zamboanga del Norte, Dipolog City, for some business anyway. And since the card was sent in her name, she called the driver and the FedEx company down in, or representative down in Osama's, and got the driver to meet her in Dipolog City. Now I want you to know this fellow didn't drive a FedEx truck. He drove a motorcycle and one package, one delivery of my card. Because after we connected with FedEx and the tracking number here on the Philippines side, then they were able to tell us what we needed to do. So she waited there in Dipolog City at Lee Plaza. That's a mall here in Dipolog City, the local mall, to meet this driver. And he drove approximately 4.5 hours. Now, for those in America, that'd be like driving from Huntsville, Alabama to Mobile, Alabama, if you know anything about the South. It's a good long ways. So, the long and short of this, the bottom line is I did get the card. That's why you see the thumbnail there of the FedEx package. But it would behoove any of us that are over here trying to have a card shipped to be very, very clear with our partner on the other end there what all is involved. If you've never done any international shipping, it's a new experience. I could be angry with my brother, but I'm really not. He had his own life going on. He took it on himself to try and help me with this. Sent the card. But just for your edification, for those that might be in the same situation, having someone in the States mail your debit card, because inevitably it is cheaper to have it shipped here than for us to get on a plane and go back to America. Now, if you can afford it, that's not an issue, but for a lot of us, on a limited budget, it's the best option. Now, without going into a lot of detail why, this cost me approximately $500 to get this package shipped over here. But when I look at the price of a round-trip plane ticket and consider where I'll live, and if I go back to America, where I'll stay till I get this resolved, it was really cost beneficial for me to just have it shipped. Also, be aware, when you're thinking about the services that we receive over here, like FedEx and one thing and another, it ain't like in the States. Ain't no FedEx truck gonna pull up to your door. That stuff don't happen. Here in the provinces, we don't even have street addresses. So that's why I had it delivered to Dipolog City, to the FedEx address that was listed on the internet, which, by the way, when I called the FedEx representative, I finally got one on the phone here. I had to stay up late at night to get them, but I did. They told me that's not even the address they show in their directory there for the Philippines partner pickup. They partner with a to-go service here for a pickup, because why they do that, I don't know. But the FedEx address that was listed initially on the internet wasn't the address that the FedEx officer or employee showed in his registry or where they would deliver in the Philippines. So detail is everything when you're going to try to do something like this. And I would just encourage you guys that if you're not detail oriented, which honestly I hate, I do what I need to do, But you come to learn that detail pretty much is everything. So you can get your card shipped over here. I put a post on the expat group about this, just asking other people's experiences. And yeah, you can get it shipped over here, but it's really dependent on making sure that your partner or the person on the other end has all the information, has it correct. That means one, a pickup point in the Philippines, whether it's Cebu, whether it's Dipolog City, wherever it is. It goes to one big drop shipment place here and they ship it out to you. Now, when I looked on my tracking thing here for FedEx, it said the card that went to Manila. Well, when we called about it, it was in Osama City. Now, there's a good possibility it was shipped from Manila to Osamas because this is the Zamboanga del Norte region. But I don't know because that's not what my tracking information indicated. I never got anything on my tracker here with with FedEx indicating that my card was in Osama City. I had my girlfriend call the number over here and speak to the lady in Bisaya, and they worked it out pretty quick. I mean, after a few, we got it worked out. Meet the driver in Dipolog City, which is 4 hours from 4 hours from Dipolog, hard driving, no stopping. It's a long, long ways. And this guy brought the card on a motorcycle, one package, one card. Never made it to my original shipping destination in Dipolog City. Now, maybe that's because we picked it up, I don't know. But I got it, I was scheduled to get it on the 7th, and I got it on the 4th by her going there. So, detail is everything again. The drop-off point, the destination in the Philippines that you want this card dropped off, you need to specify whether you want it to be picked up or whether you want to try home delivery. I would not suggest home delivery unless you have you're in some part of the Philippines where you have a house number and an address and at least a street address. In the provinces, they don't do that. They don't have street addresses. When we get orders here for anything, pick up, shopee, whatever, there's a little box down there you put in your description, by Sa Teresa Church, or Santanino Church, whatever they call this church over here next door. They use landmarks. They don't use addresses. Most streets down here aren't named. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. I hope that it will give you something to think about in terms of planning ahead. And good luck if you plan on coming to the Philippines, and happy travels.